that was the time of Gracie Ball when they had all the different games, the different guys, styles of jiu-jitsu, right? In that one place.
Yeah.
So
then,
who's who, you know?
And then when I got into training with Gerson, it was like the dream, you know. I went in there and Gerson had a small group of young Brazilian guys, like scary guys, and I remember their names like Cristiano, Adriano, Victor, Adriano, and then they were all like kind of just having fun and they were all scary looking, you know. And then I remember Gerson was tell them like, "Hey, this guy doesn't know anything. Just take it easy on him." So my roles for a really long time were just starting in their backs, with hooks in, and then it's get the collar grips, and then they would just like break free and then tap me, and yeah, that was a great time, you know, and it was like I felt like I went into it with a good attitude because I already knew like I knew it was hard. It was gonna be hard, you know, and I didn't expect that I would get good at it fast. So like it was just part of what I expected, you know, and I remember like there's just cool experiences. Like
When did you start competing?
I think it was a white belt, yeah. Like Jason had always wanted
Because he was in Culver City, right? He had the Gracie Ball at Culver City at the time.
Yeah, I think it was the
He was like the first. I think he was the first one, right, in California.
Yeah. Like the Machados were here already, but they were kind of doing their own thing.
Right.
And I think Jason always wanted us to compete, and especially like competing's not for everybody, but like he saw me as like a 20-year-old guy and no responsibilities. He needs to compete. You know?
That was it.
And then I remember the first competition I did was Kleber Luciano's Copa Pacifica. And then I remember like my first match, I was so excited, and then like I tapped the guy with the collar choke, and then I was so hyped, and then the next match I got totally blown away by one of Half Gracie's white belts.
Half Gracie had good guys.
But I thought that's like a perfect outcome for your first match, because you experience that you can do
the highs, yeah,
and then you come back wanting more because you could have done better, and I feel like that was my experience a lot with the competing was like I'd be at one level, and then it would take a while for me to build up where I feel like I'm winning, and then I'd get to the next level. I'd start at the next belt. I'd start from the bottom and have to work my way up, and I feel like that was a good analogy for life, and I remember, like Gerson, it was funny because when I was young, I would be attracted to the flashy guards, and there was a guy who.
Who were some of the guards you remember?
I remember, there was a guy named Sapao. He was
Carlos Sapao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had the most beautiful dynamic guard. He was so flexible and athletic. And he would, every time someone would almost pass his guard, he would invert. And then he would like load the guy up on his leg and do that Holeta sweep. And then I remember telling Jerson, I want to play a guard like that. And I remember Jerson was like, oh yeah, okay, well, we'll train everything, But then Jerson kind of knew like, that's not my guard, because I'm not that athletic. And then...
and everybody has different body types too, right? That things work better for you than other positions.
And that's one thing I appreciate about Gerson is like, Gerson had his guard. It's that butterfly lasso guard that so many Gracie Baja guys are good at. But he didn't force that on me. He really looked for a game that worked for me. And I remember he said, Sam, I'm going to bring Gordo to come train with us. And I really feel like his game will work for you. And he came and he did the seminar, and we trained just half guard for 1 month. And I totally fell in love with it. And Gordo, that guy is probably one of the most inspirational guys I've come across, because that he did a seminar, and I was still a white belt, and the academy was full with so many people from different academies, and I never seen so many black, brown, and purple belts in one place. and they were top level guys. Like it was like I just seen these guys winning tournaments, and Gordo was teaching his basic underhook half guard, and he said, "Okay, like who wants to roll?" And he tapped everybody, and it was amazing because it was the way he did it. Well, he was like relaxed. He fought at his own pace. He just did his underhook. He sweeps the guy, pressure pass, and tapped the guy. And I don't want to say who was tapped, but he tapped everybody. And the last guy was the best guy. He saved the best guy for last. And then the guy was flying all around. It was a clash of styles because the guy was very dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And Gordo just kept calm and slowly just trapped him and tapped the guy. And then I was like, Jiu-Jitsu, it offers that level of mastery that like you see in those kung fu movies, you know, but it's for real, you know, because Gordo was like I was like, man, this is a true master because it's like people can do athletic stuff and show their athleticism, but he was like so relaxed the entire time, and he wasn't even breathing hard at the end, you know, and then that kind of inspired me, like, oh, I love this half guard, you know, and it when it's that beautiful thing when you student catches something that works for them, you know, and
you felt like, man, I can do this. I can this is what I can do, and I can be amazed. I can be great at it.